In this video, we're going to be covering what the #1 exercise is for men over 30 to be prioritizing when it comes to improving longevity, improving your health, improving your physique, living your best life. Now, I'm going to get straight into this, guys, and to answer that question, to be completely truthfully honest, after working with hundreds, even if not thousands of guys now, and getting them into the best possible shape of their lives in their 30s, 40s, 50s, even 60s, telling you now, you need to be prioritizing lifting weights. That is the #1 exercise, resistance training, compound movements. This is the #1 type of movement that you should be prioritizing as a guy over 30. Now, I'm going to run you through exactly why that is in this video, why people seem to do other exercises, which is not what you should be doing, and just a little bit into the science of this as well. This is stuff that I know works because guess what? Do it myself. I do this entire process for a living, and I help guys over 30 get into amazing shape and live an incredibly happy life with their body, with their health, with their longevity, all under control. So guys, the reason why this is so important is that as you start to go over the age of 30, as a lot of us know, but maybe don't quite understand, is we start to lose muscle, okay? What goes on in your 20s is very different to what happens when you get to 30 and above that. We can start to lose between 0.5 to 1% of our muscle mass year on year. And when you get to 50, that can start to increase even more so, okay? This isn't just a problem because you're losing muscle, which means that you don't look as great as what you used to, of course. Losing muscle is never gonna be a good thing. You're gonna start to look soft, you're gonna become skinny fat, you're just not gonna have a physique you're as proud of. However, what this also means is it's so much easier for you to gain body fat. And the reason why that is the case is because muscle is what really builds our metabolism. Muscle is what drives our metabolism. We burn calories at rest from doing absolutely nothing, from having more lean mass. And this is really how you can keep the fat off for the long run by not having to do a huge amount. Okay, it's actually about understanding if you have more muscle, you can eat more food, you can live a better life, obviously you'll look better. This is what protects your metabolism as you start to get older. So the reason why this is just so crucial for men over 30 to be lifting weights and building muscle is that you're either going in one or two directions. You are either building muscle, maintaining muscle, or losing muscle, right? It is literally as simple as that. And if you are losing muscle, you will find that it's going to be so much easier for you to now gain fat. And this is why guys start to notice that they're having a bit more of a beer belly, got the love handles, especially when it gets to 40. 40 is another one of those ages that guys are like, shit, I'm starting to see this now. Like, clothes aren't fitting as well as they used to. You just don't feel as good. You're not feeling as confident as what you used to. And you start to feel a little bit more sloppy because as your metabolism starts to drop, as you start to lose muscle and your metabolism starts to come down, you can eat the same amount of food as what you potentially used to eat, but that food is going to have a worse effect. Now it's going to put you into a higher calorie surplus because you've got less muscle and you have a slower metabolism. And this is a massive problem. And if you don't do anything about it, after 30 and you just keep kind of putting it to the bottom of the pile, then this starts to snowball. This starts to become a bigger problem. It starts to become even harder to fix. It means that you need to then focus on having to go on a bigger journey to be able to get your body back to where it needs to be. So the most crucial thing that you can do as a guy over 30, even in your 20s, it doesn't matter when you start. Ideally, you start as soon as possible, but you need to be making sure you protect muscle mass at all costs. A lot of things that people struggle with as they start to get older, poor posture, injuries, lower back pain, and it is all a result of losing muscle and that condition that happens as we just don't start to prioritize to protect ourselves as much as what we used to. And of course, this is what makes our physique look way better as well, okay? I'm not just talking about this from a health perspective, from a longevity perspective. I'm talking about actually if you want to have a fantastic physique and feel proud, be confident, be able to walk on the beaches, be able to go on holiday with your family and feel good taking your shirt off. Obviously, you need to be prioritizing your resistance training, prioritizing lifting weights and building muscle, okay? When you prioritize cardio over lifting weights, all that happens is if you do start to lose weight, you just become skinny fat, okay? You can start to drop a little bit, but you're going to see that the belly fat and the stubborn areas aren't really going to improve because there's no reason for your body to hold on to that lean mass. You're going to lose body fat, sure, but you're also going to lose mass at the same time. And this in itself is going to lead to you not necessarily improving your body composition the way that you want to. And when I say body composition, this is the amount of muscle mass you have compared to body fat. You want to be in a position as to where you have a high amount of muscle mass and a low amount of body fat. This is where you look great, hormones are in a great place, you feel great, libido's in a great place, you're going to be in a good position. If the scale is up this way, you have a high amount of body fat and a low amount of muscle, it's incredibly hard for you to lose body fat and keep it off because you have very slow metabolism. And as this gap continues to keep kind of widening year on year on year on year, it becomes a bigger problem to fix. So guys, this is really why it's so important for you to be lifting weights. And how would you go about that? So typically for busy guys, you need to be focusing on getting to the gym, lifting weights at least 3 to 4 days per week. That's it. Doesn't need to be more than that. You could even lift twice per week if you train really hard and still make progress. I would recommend that you push to 3, but there has been clients that we've worked with before where they've only got a couple of sessions in and they still manage to progress towards their goals. But this is the most important thing. You need to be getting to the gym and you need to be focusing on doing compound movements. And when I say compound movements, this is exercises that will hit multiple muscle groups when you train, okay? Presses, rows, squats, deadlifts, pull-ups. These are variations of exercises where you're not just hitting your back, you know, you're not just hitting your chest, right? We're hitting other muscles at the same time as well. So it's the most effective way to train. You're getting more bang for your buck with your training rather than going in and doing loads of isolation movements or using loads of machines as well. Machines have got their place for some exercises, for some body parts, potentially, but as a busy guy, you haven't got that much time. Focus on your big compound movements, focus on progressively getting stronger, and you will find that only your physique is going to improve way much. You will start to have more muscle mass, you'll have a much healthier metabolism, your body can stand a lot more food, which means you can actually live a much more enjoyable life at the same time, and you won't be going backwards with your body like most guys are, where they're losing muscle, they're becoming soft, sloppy, they're seeing body fat slowly start to accrue more than what maybe it used to. And as I say, this problem only gets worse as we kind of continue to age, guys, especially as we start to get to 40 and 50 as well. If we still haven't hacked how to be able to build muscle properly, have a healthy metabolism. So anyway, this is realistically what needs to happen. I hope you guys have found this video useful. Prioritize lifting weights, prioritize building muscle. Make sure you really get to the gym or use your home gym or home equipment, whatever you need to do. And make sure you do at least 3 days per week and train progressively, train with intensity. And this is going to bulletproof your body as much as possible as you start to get older. If you are neglecting your resistance training at the moment, you are going to have problems later on in life. You're going to be losing muscle, you're going to lose lean mass, and it's going to make life a lot harder as you start to get older. You're going to start to pick up stubborn areas of body fat that you didn't see before, and you're just not going to feel as great as well. Testosterone is going to be lower, libido is going to be lower, hormones aren't going to be as good as what they should be. You're just not going to have as good physique as what you want. So start early, start as soon as you can, start getting to the gym and lifting weights. I started training when I was 16 years old and haven't stopped since. Well, I built a very healthy amount of muscle and a very healthy metabolism so that when I go into my 30s at the end of this year, I've got no doubt about it. They'll be able to keep the fat off, I'll be able to stay in shape, and I'll be continuing to build muscle throughout my 30s. It's got the right foundations and the right habits now formed for me to be successful with this for the rest of your life. Doesn't matter what age you're watching this at, even if you're in your 50s, if you're in your 60s, it doesn't matter. I suggest you just get into the gym, start lifting weights, obviously in the correct way, do it safely, but this is going to completely change your life. And this is the #1 exercise that you need to be prioritizing as a man over 30 looking to sustain a good physique, good health, and be on this planet for as long as possible for your family, your future family, whatever situation you're in at this moment in time. So guys, I hope you find this video useful. Make sure you smash the like button, make sure you hit subscribe, and I'm going to catch you in the next video.